Here, I see a message on the computer. Oh, good. We're good. Oh, hey, Grace, it's you virtually. Nice to see you, my dear. All right. So we are just going to go right into it. So let's come on into child's pose. So your knees about as wide as your mat, your hips resting back towards your heels, your forehead resting on the mat, your arms reaching forward, your forehead resting to the earth. And just take a nice deep breath in and allow yourself to settle into your mat. If you need to do that again, go for it. Really give yourself the gift of surrendering into the earth. We are in the season of earth, which is late summer, Indian summer. And it's a season of really finding that balance between what you give and what you receive. It's also a season of abundance. This is the harvest season. This might be where you're starting to see some of the fruits of your labor coming into fruition. If there's an intention around that, maybe your intention is finding that balance between the give and the take. Maybe your intention is to see some things that aren't quite fruitful yet coming into fruition during this season. Whatever your intention is, it might be something else entirely. Turn your palms up to the sky and offer it out into this space. And then inhale, turn your palms down to the earth, and we're going to lift right on up into tabletop on hands and knees and start with some juicy circling tabletops. So exhale your hips back towards your right heel and then across to your left heel, inhaling back up towards your hands. So nice circles, big, small, whatever feels good in your body this morning, whatever you need. This season is also really about checking in with nurturing yourself. My favorite intention for me during this season is, how can I be my own mother? So maybe if that's an intention that works for you this morning or this season, let it be yours. Switch those circles, go the opposite way. And if you want to close your eyes so you can feel what's happening here in your body, go for it. That way you can really feel what's occurring internally. And then inhale into your tabletop, curl those toes under, downward facing dog pose, bicycling those legs. And inhale, let your right leg float up to the sky. Bring your heel to your bum. Just get a nice big yawning stretch of that hip open. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee into your nose. Step that right foot forward between your hands. And we're going to take an inhale, bend both of your knees. Let your left knee just about kiss the ground. It might touch down. That's all good if it does. Roll the shoulders back. Let your heart reach forward. And then exhale, your hips up and back, folding over your right leg. Inhale, bend both knees as much as you can. Open those collarbones. Exhale those hips up and back. And just keep going with that motion, opening through the front and opening through the back. So there's two meridians that are highlighted during this season. So this is based off of Chinese medicine and the 5-element theory. So the two meridians, one is the stomach meridian, and that runs along the front of the body more superficially. And it's also the spleen, which is the inseam. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this movement and allow it to be a little extra bouncy. So we're going to just do a subtle bounce with the legs, kind of taking out the opening of the heart forward. And with this bounce, you're going to bounce yourself forward onto your right foot, letting your left leg reach up to the sky. And then exhale, your left foot joins your right foot, fold and hang. Nice heavy head. Feel that surrender of your spine, your head to the ground. Allow your feet to open just a little wider than hip width. Create a box with your arms. Knees are soft. We're going to inhale, sway over to your right, zip up through the inner thighs as you curl up off to your right side. Let the box come over your head. Exhale, the knees soften as you go down to the left side. Through center, inhale up off to the right side. Inner thighs zipping up like crazy. Exhale it down to the left. Keep going. Inhale, take it up. Exhale it down. One more, circle this direction. Inhale it up. Exhale, take it down to the left. Stay down to the left. Inhale, curl it up off to the left side. Exhale it down to the right. Inner thighs, inhale, zipping you up. And they also are decelerating you on the way down. Beautiful. Again, inhale it up. Exhale it down. Last time, inhale all the way up. Your arms reach up. Exhale, gather your hands into heart center. You can toe heel your feet and set their hip width distance apart. And let's just find our feet before we set our intentions again, or maybe even shift your intention. So looking at your feet, allow your toes to be pointing relatively forward and allow your knees to be pointing right in line with your toes. If that isn't happening, you might actually have your toes slightly out if your knees tend to be out. So just kind of take a gaze at that and make sure that you're not straining your knee. And now we're going to just do a little rock forward towards the toes and back towards the heels, forward towards the toes, back towards the heels, and find that just right, not too far forward, not too far back. And then allow yourself to rock left and right. And just feel maybe what foot you tend to favor. No judgment. It's just being curious about your body. We all have a side that feels a little more comfortable. And then can you find that balance across both of your feet? And now we're going to find some circles across the feet. So you can feel those inner thighs activating to help accommodate your balance. Now go the other way. Perfect. And bring it right on back to center. Let your eyes close. Feel that anchoring through your feet. Feel a scooping of your feet in towards your midline, allowing those inner thighs to engage. And now considering this earth season, that give and take, nurturing, caring for, mothering yourself, seeing the fruits of your labor coming into fruition, that abundance in your life. What bubbles up for you? Whatever it is that bubbles up, it's yours. Let's offer it out with one collective Om. Deep breath in. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to hold it. Breathe here. You can bring your hands to your hips. Can you broaden your collarbones even more? Can you let your butt cheeks fan back? Nice. And now bend your knees so your thighs are just about parallel to the floor. Keep your heart reaching forward. Keep your sits bones reaching back. Your hands can stay to your hips. Or you could try to reach your arms forward by your ears. We're finding that engagement through the inner thighs here. If this feels problematic with your arms reaching forward on your lower back, hands back to your hips. Now keep your spine as long as it is. We're going to inhale, lift the hips up, straightening your legs where you can, maintaining the long spine. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, lift to where you can, and then that exhale to bend the knees. Yep. Inhale, lift where you can. Exhale to bend. Now, as you bend your knees this next time, you can bend your elbows into cactus. And then that inhale, straighten the legs, arms reach forward. Exhale, bend the knees and elbows. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, bend those knees and elbows. Yep, again, inhale. Exhale, fold down to the ground, heavy head. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, and we're going to hold that plank nice and solid. Feel that squeezing in of your inner thighs. So if you had your yoga block between your legs, you'd be hugging it in like crazy and trying to zip it up towards your pubic bone. Allow that little tuck of the tail to stay there as it is. And now just a subtle broadening of the collarbones. You do want to be pushing the ground away. So there is a little bit of a rounding through your upper back that needs to happen. A couple more breaths, just holding your plank. Feel the heels of your hands dragging back towards your toes. Feel like the balls of your feet are scooping to your hands. One more inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Inhale that little baby cobra. Peel up and look over your right shoulder. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, baby cobra. Look over that left shoulder. Exhale, lower it down. We're going to lift those hands up where they are. Lift your chest, lift your legs, your whole body strengthening. Another inhale. Exhale, the hands down, hips to your heels like child's pose, but we're going to curl up sitting onto the heels or standing on your knees, whatever you need to do. Hands either on your hips or back by your feet. Inhale, lift the heart, look up to the sky. Exhale, let your hands come forward, downward facing dog pose. Take a deep breath in here. Feel a surrender in your downward dog. Another inhale, another surrendering in. Inhale, float your left leg up to the sky. Heel to your bum. Lift and twist that hip open. Get a nice big yawning stretch. Another inhale, reaching the knee. And then exhale, let's bring that knee into the nose. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Find that inhale, bending both knees as much as you can. Roll the shoulders back, look forward. Exhale those hips up and back. Find your flow. Inhale, exhale. Listen to your breath. Find that full inhale, bringing you forward. That full, complete exhale, taking you back. Nice. 2 more like this. Last one, coming forward. And now we're going to find that bounce. So instead of your heart opening, it's more bending your front knee, finding a little bit of a buoyancy in your body. And with this buoyancy, can you float yourself forward onto your left foot, right leg up to the sky? Nice. Right foot joins the left foot, fold and hang. Surrender here. Find that heaviness. Sway if you want to sway. Now let your arms hang to the ground. We're going to do a sway side to side. So let your torso sway side to side, but as you sway, allow your torso to lift up a little bit higher and a little bit higher. So you're kind of swaying and working out little bits of tissue as you work your way up. You're going to work yourself all the way up. Your arms are going to come up to the sky. And we're going to try to do a circling motion with the torso. So this is, again, really critical to squeeze into your inner thighs and really be mindful of your body, your range of motion, and what you have. As you come forward, feel like you're hollowing out as if you have a big exercise ball over top of you. And as you go back, your heart's lifting up to the sky. Yep, and then go the opposite way. Yeah, we're like the flailing, I don't know what they're called. Lachlan, what's it called? The flailing arm guy? Do you know? I don't know. I thought you might know. That's okay. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold down to the ground. Inhale, find that halfway lift, high plank position. Hold the plank again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale that right knee into your nose. Inhale back to your plank. Exhale the left knee in. Yep, inhale plank. Again, that right knee comes in. Inhale to your plank. Last time, left knee in. Inhale, plank. Exhale all the way down again. Inhale, let's peel it up. Look to the left this time. Yep, exhale, lower it down. Inhale, peel it up. Look to the right. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, hands, legs, and chest all lift. Exhale, hands down, hips to your heels. Curl it up, sitting onto the heels or stand up onto those knees. Hands by the feet or hands to your hips. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, those hands come forward, curl the toes under back into downward dog pose. The thumb pads press down into the mat. Get that weight up and back into your hips. And if you feel like you can't flare the underside of your butt cheeks up to the sky, can you bend your knees a little bit to allow that to happen? Yes. Or maybe you got to bend your knees a lot. It's all good. Another deep breath in. Empty it out, feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift the heart up. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press those thumb pads down. Those pointer finger knuckles pressing down. Middle finger knuckles pressing down to get that weight all the way back. Yep. Yep, keep those hands there. Yep, that one comes forward again. I'm not letting you go back. Sorry about that. That's it. Booty up and back. There it is. Good. One more. Inhale. Empty it out. Feet to hands. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it on down. Inhale, rise up, lift the heart, reach the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, chaturanga, heart open. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Get those butt cheeks up and back. Push the weight up into the hips. One more deep breath in. Empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Reach it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga. Empty the lungs. This isn't rushed. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Soften your shoulders. Broaden those collarbones. Beautiful. You got it. Weight up and back into those hips. One more inhale. Empty it out. Feet to hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Lasana. Inhale all the way up to stand. Reach the heart. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga. Empty. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe. Oh, I love your nails. I obviously need to get mine done. We'll just talk about this for a little while, y'all. One more deep breath in. Empty those lungs, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Hands to your thighs. Let's figure it out. Yep, check out those toes. Are the toes forward? Are the knees looking in line with the toes? Hands to your hips now. And let's keep those knees over the second toe. Inhale, lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, sink them a little lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. If you're feeling pretty good about your knee and toe alignment, arms can reach up, gaze can come forward. Feel as you sink down, can you really feel a surrender down? That inhale, that zipping through the inner thighs. Exhale, a sink it down. Yep. Sink it down. Inhale. Sink it down. Inhale, press all the way up to stand. Exhale, fold down to the ground. Inhale, that halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Fill those lungs to the top. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot to your right hand. Let's stay down with the hands to the earth. So right foot towards your right hand. Smear that left heel down. Look at your feet. Your feet should be hip width distance apart. And just kick your left heel back a little bit to angle your left toe slightly further forward than maybe you normally do. Outer edge of your left foot presses to the earth. Squeeze into your inner thighs and then come on up to your warrior one. So you really want to feel that squeezing in. So I've been using that image of the toothpaste tube. Some of you that were here in the last 2 weeks have heard this whole situation. So we're feeling a squeezing of the inner thighs. Can you feel like you're squeezing your outer hips? You're squeezing through the sides of your ribs to really give you that sense of lifting up and really feeling your heart then lift up to the sky. Take another inhale, lift up, exhale, the hands come down, step it back to your chaturanga. Deep breath in, upward facing. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Let your left foot step forward. Just keep your hands to the ground for a moment. Smear that right heel. Are the feet hip width? Press that outer edge of your right foot to the ground and squeeze into those inner thighs like nobody's business. Inhale, come on up. Feel that toothpaste tube squeezing up through your hips, through the sides of your ribs, all the way up through your chest. I didn't say it on the last side. The shoulders should be easy though. So feel that inhale, that lift through the heart. Can you find ease in the shoulders? Nice. One more inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Step it back. Chaturanga. Deep breath in, upward facing. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in. Let it go. We've got this. One more deep breath in. Empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, empty the lungs. Deep breath in, upward facing dog. Fill it up. Downward facing dog. Right foot towards that right hand. Inner thigh, squeeze you up. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward. Squeeze all the way up through those inner thighs and move on through your vinyasa. Complete your breaths. This is not a race to see who gets to downward dog first. We'll all meet there at some point in time together. Nurture and care for yourself. Heck yeah, and if you just need a little rest to nourish yourself, honor that. One more inhale, empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale halfway, exhale fold. Full breath in, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, empty it out. Inhale, halfway lift, Chaturanga, empty all the way. Deep breath into your upward facing dog. Empty, downward dog, right foot forward. Squeeze the inner thighs all the way up. Shoulders easy, move through your vinyasa. Let your breath carry you through. And once you have that left foot forward, inner thighs squeezing you up, shoulders are easy, move through again your vinyasa, your breath, your pace. Take care of you. Nice. I love it. A little extra something in there. Where can you find a little more space in your neck here, or in your shoulders, or in your spine? Where can you soften? One more breath in. Empty those lungs, feet to your hands. Inhale halfway, exhale fold. Bend those knees, Utkatasana, easy shoulders. Fold to the earth. Inhale halfway, Chaturanga, empty those lungs. Deep breath in, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, right foot forward. Squeeze it on up, easy shoulders, and you move through. Fill your lungs and empty your lungs. Honor your breath. Allow that breath to nourish you. Yep, left foot forward, squeeze on up, and then find your flow. So nice, everybody. And when you arrive in your downward dog, are those shoulders away from the ears? Is the neck nice and easy? Is the head heavy? There we go. That's it, Steph. I was waiting for it. One more deep breath in. Empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Utkatasana. Exhale to the earth. Inhale halfway. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward. Squeeze those inner thighs. Lift it up. Exhale, move through Chaturanga. Fill it up. Open that heart. And then back to downward dog. Left foot forward. Squeeze and reach up. Easy shoulders. And then find your vinyasa. Yes, very nice. And now let's take our hands and walk them all the way back to the feet. Let your feet open as wide as your mat. We're going to come down into not quite yoga squat, but just bending the knees and bringing your elbows onto your quads so that your thighs are maybe about parallel to the floor, but maybe even a little bit higher than that. Inhale, let your heart reach forward, so finding that supple cow, and then exhale, round the back, finding your arching cat. That inhale forward, that exhale back. I love this, especially for this season, because it shows us, again, that give and take. That inhale, that opening in the front, that exhale, that close in the back, that balance front to back, and how there is a give and take that needs to happen there, but also a give and take in your breath, in your body, in your mind. One more inhale. Exhale, fold down to the ground. Let's find those figure eights in the hips. Nice. Now turn the toes out. We're going to come down to Malasana Yoga Squat. Another one of my favorite earth poses. It's really my favorite pose every time of year. I mean, let's be real. I love me some yoga squats. You can find whatever works for your body. If you need to be higher up, totally fine. Let's find a little bit of a sway just to loosen things up here. Nice. And then hips up to the sky. Toe heel those feet, hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk it back out to your downward facing dog pose. Inhale your right leg up to the sky, your heel to your bum, but now point your knee straight down to your mat. Yep, so there's going to be a flexion in your hip so that your knee is looking right on down. And then inhale, open your right knee to the right. Exhale, circle it around to the back of the room and down. And find your range, what works for your hip. That inhale, open to the right. Exhale it up to the sky and down to the ground. Now this next big circle, inhale, twist your right hip all the way open to the right. Exhale, step that right foot forward between the hands. Let's get into our foundation here. Feel that right upper leg bone squeeze back into its socket. The left snuggles forward, and we're going to come on up into our crescent warrior. So again, that squeezing up, those inner thighs squeezing up, letting your heart lift up. But can you find that balance of that, that surrender and that heaviness back? So again, that give and take. Can you feel that, that ease towards your left leg? Take another inhale. And now as you exhale, weight forward to your right foot, left knee lifts, elbows in. Inhale, take it back, arms reach up, the weight goes back. Exhale, the weight comes forward. Go at your pace, your rhythm. So if we think about our body like a big rubber band, you're really stretching the rubber band as you go back, and you're snapping it as you come forward. You're releasing it. So that inhale back, that exhale, really just springing yourself forward. We all have a different speed of our tissue, the way it moves. So you'll find you're just right. Nice. Last one, inhale it back. Exhale, bring it forward, stay forward. So now we're going to do circles with the left knee. Inhale, open it to the left. Exhale, point it down and bring it back up in front. Yep. Inhale, open. Exhale, down and around. Yep. Nice big circles. And now inhale, lift your knee up. You could either take your left hand to your left knee or hook your peace fingers around your big toe and extend forward. Let's let that left knee open to the left. Right arm reaches to the right, look to the right. Broaden through those collarbones. Squeeze into those inner thighs. And now let that left knee come forward. Reach that left knee up, arms up, airplane pose. Lift your chest up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Yes, hands to prayer. In the air, twist that left hip open, bend the right knee, warrior two. Hands to your hips. Can you get your hips level? That might mean allowing your hip pointers, the two little bones in the front of your pelvis, to point towards that long edge of your mat. Yep, bend your right knee. Feel that sense of squeezing into your inner thighs, that lifting up through your central column. Arms reach out, shoulders easy. Now, can you find that give and take, that balance between effort and surrender? We are squeezing in, but can you also find that ease into your legs, to your feet? Feel that surrender. Can you bend the right knee maybe even a little bit deeper? Yep, find that that squeezing in through the inner thighs on your inhale, that exhale, ease. Another inhale, another exhale, ease. Inhale, straighten the right leg, left hand back onto that left leg, right arm up to the sky. Fan the ribs open. Breathe into that side. And then inhale, the torso lifts back up, soften out to triangle pose. And in our triangle pose, we're going to find pretty much windmills. Let your left arm reach over your head. Exhale, it goes down to the ground, back to your left hip. Inhale up to the sky. Keep going with that. Let your eyes follow your hands. So we're forward into that triangle pose, David. Yep, there we go. Nice. And just let that arm circle. Yep, nice. Exhale as it goes down. Inhale as it goes up. And now this next time, it doesn't matter if it's right now or not, inhale all the way back up to standing. Turn the toes when you get there to face that long edge of your mat. And feel a scooping in through those inner thighs. Keep that scooping in and let your toes turn out. So with our toes out, we feel, again, that kind of squeezing of our feet in towards each other to give us that sense of engagement through the inner thighs. Bend your knees, and we're going to find cactus arms. Inner thighs are hugging in. Find that inhale, a lift up through the front body. Exhale, can you find that ease down your back, heaviness through your tail? Yep. That inhale, that subtle lift up through the front. Exhale, that ease down the back. There it is, Steph. Nice. That inhale, that little lift through the front. Exhale, ease down the back. I know we weren't really moving, but that's cool. I like that you all are like, you know what? F this. We got to move here. It's all good. It's all good. You're like, you know what? We're just going to lift it lower. So go for it. Let's go ahead and squeeze in through those inner thighs. The arms reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, the elbows bend. Inhale, squeeze through the inner thighs to lift you. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Inhale, squeeze to lift. Exhale, can you sink down? Inhale, squeeze through the inner thighs to lift. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, squeeze, lift all the way up. Toes point forward again. Fold down to the ground. And yogi's choice here. You can stay in your fold. You can breathe. You can soften. You can find a tripod or some other inversion if you'd like. What do you need? And let's all inhale, find that halfway lift. Walk your hands over to your right foot, pivot all 10 toes forward. The right foot is the one that's in front, and that's the one that's going to move. So take your right foot, kick it up and back behind you, heel to your bum, and now we can flip that dog over. So squeeze in through those inner thighs to lift up. Feel your arms softening over your head. If you want to circle your arm around, helping you to find that range of motion with your shoulder, go for it. And then unflip your dog, right leg up to the sky, and then exhale that right knee to your right wrist, half pigeon. I'm really liking that transition, y'all. I don't know, it's staying for a little while. Inhale, let your heart lift up to the sky. Exhale, fold it down to the earth. And just settle in here. Soften. Allow your weight to sink. Yep, love it. Soften those shoulders. Broaden those collarbones. Maybe add a little movement here. You can rock those hips side to side. Yeah. Releasing those adhesions. And then pause and just soften those hips. Nice. On your inhale in your mind, I am here. And on the exhale, I am now. That inhale, I am here. The exhale, I am now. You can stay right here appreciating this stretch. If you want to take it into a quad stretch, crawl your hands towards your right knee, lift your torso up, bend that left knee and reach your left hand for the ankle. And you can just fold yourself back down, or maybe you need to stay up to breathe into the quad. So the stomach meridian runs along the front of the body. So getting into that quad is a nice way to stimulate that meridian. And if you went for that quad stretch, gently let the leg go. Let's all crawl the hands back in towards the right shin. Torso lifts up. Left toes curl under again. Let the left knee lift up away from your mat. Inhale that right leg up and back to your one-legged dog. Heel to your bum. Twist that hip open. And then exhale, right foot steps wide outside of the right hand at the head of the mat. Left foot wide outside of the left hand, down into that yoga squat. So this time in our yoga squat, we're going to take the right hand in front of the right shin. Let your left arm reach up to the sky and really just feel a pulling of your arms apart, a broadening across the collarbones. We could potentially turn the palms back, bend the elbows, and bind around the front of the shin. If you get a grip there, roll that left shoulder open, broaden through the collarbone. Nice, Deb. Very nice. Yeah, that's it, Megan. Broaden that collar. Yeah, we got it. And then release those hands. Bring them to the earth, hips up, toes point forward. Let's wash it away. And back down into our malasana. So now left arm in front of the left shin, right arm up to the sky. Reach those arms apart. Maybe turn those palms back and bind around. So bring it in front of the shin Lachlan instead of behind. So bring it inside of your leg. Yep. And then over towards your mama. There you go. Nice. If you have that bind, broaden through the right collarbone. Roll that shoulder open. Yep. And let's bring it down. Hands to the earth, hips to the sky, toes forward. Wash it away. Let's toe heel those feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, bend the knees. Utkatasana. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga. Nice open heart here. Deep breath into your upward facing. Shoulders are back. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Heel to your bum. Your knee is going to shine straight down to your mat. So flex at your hip. Yep, you got it. Inhale, your left knee opens to the left. Exhale it around to the back of the room and point it down. Yep, so we're finding some circles here. As big as you can, as little as you need. Focus on what your range of motion is, what's possible. Yeah, and now inhale, twist the left hip all the way open. Exhale, that left foot steps forward between your hands. Let's build the foundation. Left upper leg bone draws back. The right snuggles forward. Keep that squeezing of the inner thighs as you come up into your crescent lunge. That squeezing of our toothpaste tube all the way up. And then that, the surrender of the weight back towards your right leg. Can you feel that heaviness dripping down your back? Nice. Another inhale. And then exhale, let that weight come forward to the left foot. Right knee lifts. Inhale, you take it back. That weight just sinks back. Exhale, bring it forward. Go at your pace. What rhythm does your rubber band like? Your fascial matrix, your tissue. What rhythm works for you? That give and take. One more. Inhale it back. Exhale, bring it forward. Stay forward. Now right knee is going to circle. Inhale, open to the right. Exhale it down and back up. Inhale, open. Exhale, around and up. Very nice. And now next time your knee opens to the right, hand to your right knee, or you can hook around those big toes with the peace finger. Left arm to the left. Squeeze in through those inner thighs. Broaden across those collarbones. And then can you find a little bit of ease here? Inhale, right knee forward, arms up to the sky. Exhale, airplane pose. Arms sweep back. The shoulders are lifted. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind your back. Hands to prayer. Roll that right hip open in the air and step it back, warrior two. Hands to hips. Get those hips looking over to the long edge of the mat. And can you get your hips to be level? Arms out to your T. Feel the squeezing in through your inner thighs, that squeezing up through your torso, but can you find that, yes, the heaviness into your legs, into your foundation. You can let that left knee bend a little extra. Feel an ease down your back. Let your tail feel like it's heavy to the earth. Heavy through those shoulders. Allow your breath to feed you and get rid of that lactic acid that you might feel building up through your muscles. You can bend your left knee a little deeper, and that'll make you find a different area to burn a little bit because, why the heck not, really? Another deep breath in. Exhale, right hand back to your right leg. Let that left leg straighten all the way. Reach that left arm back. Breathe into the ribs. Feel like they're just opening like a fan. Inhale all the way up. Soften out to your triangle pose. And as we arrive in triangle pose, find those windmills. Let the right arm reach over your head, back to your hip. Inhale it to the sky. Let your eyes follow your hand. Your whole body goes through this nice rotation, hydrating, feeding your tissue. You might feel some of those little spots that are working their way open with this. And now inhale all the way up to stand. Turn those toes to the long edge of your mat. And again, turn them out. So we're finding, again, that wide second position. Bend the knees, hands to your hips. Yeah, that's it, Megan. Perfect. The tail to the earth. Very nice. Heavy through the tail. Let's find the box with the arms. So this next one's a little confusing. I'll come around to different areas of the room so you can see it. We're making a big circle. We're going to side bend over to the right. Let your left arm sweep down to the ground, and then your left arm elbow comes onto the quad. Your right arm is going to sweep you back up. Over to the right, sweep that left arm down. It connects to the quad, and then that right arm brings you up. One more circle this direction. It looks like we've got it. Very nice. And now we're going to go the opposite way. So side bending over towards your right, the left. The right arm comes down. Inhale, it comes up. I'm on a different side of the room, so I don't really know my rights and my lefts. I'm really just winging it here, all right? We're just going with the flow. Big circles. And then inhale, come all the way up. Press those legs to straight. Turn the toes and fold. And again, where do you want to take this pose? Maybe you want to walk your feet wide and find an inner thigh stretch. Yeah, maybe a twist is what your body's asking you for. Maybe it's to be here, to breathe. Let that breath continue to flow. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Walk those hands over to your left foot. Pivot the toes forward. Left foot, the one that's in front, is going to move. Inhale, kick it up and back behind you. One-legged dog. Heel to your bum. You can flip your dog over. Zip up inner thighs. Those hips lift up. Feel that squeezing up through. So you're still that toothpaste tube. Feel that squeezing up. Soften your arm overhead. And if you want, you could make some circles with your arm. Yep. That's it. Squeeze and push those feet. Push, push, push. Nice, Tamara. You got it. And then unflip. Left leg to the sky. And you're so welcome for half pigeon pose. Whew. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold it down. And as always, if the knee to the earth, I didn't say it on the other side, but I know all of you in the room and all of you on video kind of know your bodies well and what you need. So you can always take this on your back if you need to. That inhale, I am here. The exhale, I am now. You have the right to be wherever you are. That's another right of the earth season, the earth element, the right to be. Maybe a little rock of those hips side to side, breaking up some of the adhesions. And then pause, feel that heaviness of the pelvis to the earth. Relax the shoulders, the neck. And you can always stay right here, or you can crawl your hands in towards your left knee and get a little quad stretch, bending your right knee, reaching your right hand for that ankle. And you can fold down wherever you can go. What's up? Yeah. You just can't reach it back. Yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah, I got you, girl. You can really stretch your quad. Just sit on you here. It's fine. It's a little rock, okay? Okay, good. And if you have a grip to your ankle, gently release. Go ahead and crawl your hands back in towards your shin. Curl those right toes under, my pleasure. Inhale, reach that left leg up and back. Heel to your bum, twist it open. Left foot wide outside of that left hand at the head of the mat. Right foot wide outside of the right hand. Down to your squat for just a second. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, and then inhale your hands down, toe heel those feet to hip width distance. You can take your peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, let your heart soften to the earth. Allow your breath to feel that space between your vertebrae, the heaviness of your head with each exhale. So again, that balance between effort and surrender, that give and take. Release the fingers from the toes, walk the feet back in if they're a little wider than hip width, bend the knees, Utkatasana. And in your Utkatasana, hands to prayer, we're going to twist it on over to the right and allow your right arm to reach up to the sky, but keep your left hand into that half a prayer. Now we're going to inhale back up, arms reaching up, exhale over to the left, your left arm floats up to the sky. Inhale back up, exhale to the right, right arm floats. Inhale it up, exhale to the left. Inhale it up, exhale, fold it down to the ground. You can lift up the front of the feet and slide those hands beneath the feet. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Last exhale here. And then gently release your hands from your feet. We're going to come back into our yoga squat. So toe heel those feet open about as wide as the mat. Come on down to your squat. You can stay in your squat. You could come into crow. You could do a little hop forward to really create that engagement through the inner thighs and pelvic floor. You can sit on your bum. There's so many options. You could do a headstand if you want to. So lots of options here. If crow isn't your pose and there's another way that you like to find your core engaging in that way, find it. Cultivate your breath. Your breath is your nourishment. At least in this class it is. And let's all bring those feet back down onto the earth, hips up to the sky. Find that forward fold. Walk the feet in hip width distance. Little box with the arms. Find a sway. And just like we did a little while ago, allow your torso to lift up a little bit higher and a little bit higher. Your arms can hang, releasing the box. And just bring yourself all the way up to stand. Inhale, your arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, let your right arm lower down, holding on to your right ankle for standing bow pose. Inner thighs are engaged here. Inhale, lift through your front body and then kick your right leg back. As the right leg kicks back, you don't have to fold too far down to the ground. What you do want to try to find, though, is the space between your chest and your foot. So can you melt your heart forward a little more? Can you soften your leg back a little more? And again, listen to where your body is today. In this moment, it's exactly where it needs to be. You need to love it, nurture it, care for it. Then come on up, switch those arms. So left hand holds on to the left ankle, right arm up to the sky. Take that inhale, feel that lift up through the front body, and then kick that leg back. Can you soften the heart forward? Again, where is that ease and where is that effort? Nice. Softening the heart. And come on up. Hands to your heart. Let one palm press right up against your chest, the other hand resting to the back of that hand. Let your eyes close and come back home to yourself. Back to the intention that you set, whether it was clear or not. Maybe it's starting to transform a little bit. Shift happens, so it's okay. Now work your way up to the head of your mat, tree pose. The right foot to your left inner thigh. Your foot and your thigh pressing into each other. Your hands coming into prayer and finding that balance, that stillness, that pause. You can stay right here, appreciating that stillness, or if you want to grow your tree, go for it. You can let your arms reach up to the sky. You can let your toothpaste tube squeeze up, feeling your heart lifting up. Can you let those shoulders sink and soften heavy into their sockets? And everybody, 2 feet down, switch sides. Left foot to that right inner thigh. Feel that foot and thigh pressing into each other. Hands to prayer. And can you find that stillness? Once the stillness is there, if you want to take it further, you can grow your tree. If you want to stay here and be still, listen to that. Easy shoulders. And 2 feet to the earth. Let's move it to the head of the mat if we're not already there. Inhale, you got it, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold down, surrender to the earth. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, nice open heart. Inner thigh zipping you up to your upward facing dog. Open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, ripple forward to a high plank position. Exhale, lower all the way to the earth. Interlace your hands behind you. Let your shoulders lift up away from the earth. Pull the hands back so your heart lifts up. And then reach your legs so far back that they lift up. And I love me some swimmer kicks. You can kick those legs up and down. Nice. And surrender down. Let it go. Turn your head whichever way you want to. And feel no need to grip here. Appreciate the rest, the pause. And forehead to the earth. Again, interlace those hands. Pull the hands back. The heart lifts. Reach the legs back. They lift. This time, clap your feet together. Yeah. Nice. And lower it all the way down. Head the opposite way of which it was the last time. And again, really allow yourself to sink down. I feel like that's what yoga is so good at. We don't have a choice sometimes. It's like, I have got nothing left right now. I got to surrender. I'm not going to keep going. So give yourself that gift of restoring your reserves. Now's the time. Hands by your ribs. Squeeze into those inner thighs. Inhale, lift up into your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Knees to the earth, standing up onto your knees. We're going to do some arm circle camel flows. So we're going to curl the toes under to start and just sort of see where you go with it. So your right arm, inhale, sweep it in front of you up to the sky. Exhale, let it lower down either to right side of your sacrum or right heel. Yep, left arm is going to sweep up. And just leave it up to the sky here. Let's do half camels first. Inhale, your heart lifts to your hand. And then can you surrender your shoulder down your back? That inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, the ease through your back. So again, we're still that toothpaste tube squeezing up towards your chest, surrendering through that back body. That lift through the front, that ease down the back. Now release your right hand from where it is. Yep, switch the hand. So left hand sweeps back, right arm sweeps up. That inhale, feel that lift of the heart. Exhale, that surrender, that ease down the back. Can you find that softening through the shoulder blade? Yeah. Beautiful, Kate. Nice. And then inhale, come all the way up. You can interlace your hands both behind your back. Roll the shoulders back, pull the hands down. This is a great place to stay. Or if you want to go for reaching your hands for your heels, both hands, go for it. That inhale, feel that squeezing up through the front body. Exhale, the ease of the shoulders down the back. And I really like to keep the chin towards my chest just because I know for myself, I am a head forward person. So anytime I get to bring my chin into my chest in my yoga practice, I do that. And then come on up, sit onto your heels or just stay standing onto your knees if that's what your body needs. Hands to your thighs and just take a moment. Come back into stillness, back to yourself. And then let's shift on over to one hip and swing. Actually, yeah, Megan. Oh, yeah, that's where we're going to go. So I'm going to do a little different variation for those of us that maybe have a little difficulty with hero's pose. Let's come back onto our belly. Prop up onto your forearms. I love it when you guys inspire me. Thank you so much. We're going to bend the right knee and reach your right hand back for your foot. You're going to try to pull your heel in towards your bum. You might be able to bring your palm onto the top of your foot and spin your fingers forward. That'll give you a little bit of a deeper quad stretch. If your knee did kind of shift out to the side like mine did, you could pick it up and try to scoot it back so it's pointing right out of your hip. And then you can bring your forehead down. This doesn't feel like much, but I love this pose because afterwards you're going to feel a huge difference between your quads. So as you're here and you're softening down, if you feel like you're creating more space, you can feel as though you're reaching your knee back a little further away from your hip crease. So as you're here and that space is being created, let that knee maybe reach back a little further. Yeah, breath is still flowing. And gently release your right hand from your foot. Let both arms come forward into that full prostration. Let your right leg reach back. And I'm hoping you all feel that your right quad has deflated a little bit. Isn't that weird? It's crazy. Like this shit kind of works, you know? We're going to lift it back up onto our forearms. Bend your left knee, reaching your left hand back for that ankle. Heel towards your bum, and you might be able to spin those fingers forward, and that forehead can come back down to the ground. So you might need to try to shift your leg a little more towards your midline and let that knee reach back a little bit further. And as you're here and you're breathing and you notice that you're finding some of that softening, let's see here. Let's do, that. And then how do I do it? I'm trying to think of, bend your elbow a little bit. Yep. And then spin your fingers. It's tricky to teach you how to do it here. There we go. Nice. So keep creating space as you need to. Let that knee reach back a little further as you notice you have more space in the front of the hip. Nice. That's great. Then gently release your left hand from your ankle, arms reach forward, and feel that deflation through your left quad. Bend the knees, your feet up to the sky, swish those feet side to side. Awesome. Hands by your ribs. Inhale, let's do that little peel up, look over your right shoulder. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, peel it up, look left. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, hands, legs, and chest all lift. Exhale, those hands down, hips back to your heels. Curl it on up, sitting up onto your heels. We're just transitioning to our bums. So shift onto your bums, swing those legs forward. And we're going to do a really slow curl down towards the ground. Oops. I know, we're losing parts here. It's okay. We're good. The rubber band broke, so I've been keeping it safe in my pants. So we're going to reach the arms forward. Curl your tail under and just kind of stay here for a second. Can you even just right at this first point, feel your inner thighs squeezing in and feel that blowing of the air out to really melt your belly in. And you're continuously doing that as you curl down. You'll find a spot where you feel like, oh no, if I don't do anything, I'm just going to fall to the ground. So stay there for a few breaths. Blow it in so you can go slowly. If you still plop, it's okay. It's all good. It's a work in progress. That's what we're doing. Beautiful. Bend the knees. Feet to the earth. We're going to lift right on up into bridge pose. So press those feet down, zip up through those inner thighs, lift to your bridge. Interlace those hands beneath you, tuck those shoulders under. If you are like, you know what, I feel like I need a wheel because we have warmed up a hell of a lot to get into the wheel pose. So if you are ready, do it. Hands overhead, fingertips face your shoulders. You can come right on up into your wheel. Squeeze into those inner thighs. Everybody, that inhale to feel the lift through the front body, that ease down the back with your exhale. One more inhale, exhale, everybody to the earth. Let those knees swish. And then again, knees to the sky. If we're going for wheel, hands in place and lift up. Find your pose. Squeeze into those inner thighs. Breathe into your chest, just like camel. That inhale to feel that opening through the heart. Exhale, the ease of the shoulders down your back. Can you find that here? 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more deep breath in, and then bring it down to the ground. Swish the knees. And again, knees to the sky, hands where they gotta go, and lift up. Yep, if you want to play with your legs, you can lift one leg up to the sky. Rotate that ankle around. Lower that foot and then other leg up to the sky. Rotate it around. 2 feet to the earth with 1 more inhale, and then come on down. Swish those knees. 1 more time. Hands overhead, and let's do it. Lift up, find it. Bridge your wheel. So if you did not do the leg thing last time and you kind of want to, go for it. Or if you'd like to play with maybe lifting your right hand up to the sky and towards your hip, that's great too. And then right hand can come down, left arm up to the sky and to your hip. And bring it on down. 1 more inhale. Oh, come on down. That's all right. Swish those knees. You're just nourishing yourselves, right? You're just nurturing yourselves and do what you got to do. Feet together, knees out to the sides. Bring your hands to your hips. And feel a heaviness through those legs. Imagine that you've got those sandbags that we use for restorative to your thighs. And with each exhale, you're allowing your legs to surrender heavier and heavier to the earth. Yep, that Baddha Konasana. That inhale, I am here. The exhale, I am now. Then allow your legs to close like a book. Hug those knees into your chest. Circle those knees 3 times one way, 3 times the opposite way. And then keep your knees into your chest. And you're going to press into your shins and lift your head up. I think it's probably better if I'm sideways here. So with those knees in, your head up, we're going to inhale, reach the legs out into a straddle, your arms out into like a star. And then we're going to exhale, gather it all in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, gather it all in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, gather it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, gather it in. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale to gather it in. Yep, 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, gather it in, lower the head down, stretch the legs all the way long on your mat, not full prostration, just full body stretch, legs long, arms overhead, a full supination. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. And then hug those knees back into the chest again. And we're going to bring the knees right up above the hips, shins parallel to the earth, and let your head lift up. So we're finding like that half a chair leg kind of a thing. Hands by your ears. We're not going to move the legs. The legs are going to stay just as they are. Take your left elbow and twist it to your right. Stay twisted to the right. Take another inhale. Can you twist even more to the right? Inhale, center. Exhale over to the left. Stay to the left. Can you twist even more to the left with your exhale? Inhale, center. Exhale it over to the right. Stay here. Can you exhale, twist even more? Inhale, center. Exhale last time to the left. Can you exhale, twist even more? Inhale, center. Exhale, lower it down. Stretch those legs all the way long again. That full body stretch. Reach your right arm and your right leg. Let it go. Left arm, left leg reaches longer away from each other. Let them go. Both hands, both legs. Let them go. Hug the knees into the chest. So again, we've got an opportunity for an inversion, which very well could be laying on your back with a block underneath of your sacrum, or even to a wall, or just no block, just staying where you are on your back, or shoulder stand, headstand, handstand, all kinds of different inversion options. Again, what is your body craving? And also finding that balance between what your body is craving and maybe what your body is, or what your mind rather, is trying to convince you that you can't do. So having that discernment. Being honest. Sometimes mothering needs to be a little more stern, a little more encouraging. If you're in leg up the wall, can you allow your legs to feel that heaviness into their sockets? Shoulder stand, headstand, there's that squeezing in through the inner thighs, that reaching up through the balls of the feet. Shoulder standers, you can take those legs over your head into your plow. Maybe bending the knees around the ears. And let's all work our way back down onto our backs. And then bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet onto the earth. We're going to lift up into a bridge for just a second. So lift up into your bridge and then interlace your hands beneath you and really, really tuck your shoulders like crazy. Really tuck them under. I was playing with this the other night. You're going to release your interlaced hands. And I typically tell you to turn your palms down. Keep your palms up. So you're going to sit onto your wrists. Your fingers will kind of be down towards your hamstring. So go ahead and lower down onto your wrists. So if you can't, yep, that's it. Tuck them under even more. Yep. And if palms up isn't allowing you to stay under your bum, then keep your palms down. It's all good. So palms up just helps us to open the shoulders more. Knees can stay bent with your feet onto the ground. You could stretch your legs all the way long. So this is a little baby fish pose. The inhale to feel that lift up through the front body. Exhale that ease down your back. You're good. Inhale that lift all the way up. Exhale that ease down the back. That inhale, that lift up through the front, that surrender down the back. Good. One more. Feel that surrender down the back. Nice. And then you can gently release your hands from beneath you. That might require bending the knees, lifting the bum. Very nice. And now let's hug both knees into the chest. Let those knees drop over towards your right, left arm to the left. Yep, any variation of your twist that you need today. Allow that left palm to face up to the sky. That left shoulder blade softening down your back. If there's any gripping, let it go. And bring it back to center. Switch sides, knees to the left. Right arm reaching to the right with that right palm up to the sky. Your right shoulder blade gently sliding down your back. And feel that, that complete surrender. You're welcome. And bring it back to center. Snuggle those knees into the chest. Happy baby pose. Feel a broadening across the collarbones in your happy baby. And go for it. Find your rocks. And feet to the earth. Swish the knees. Let go of that last little bit of stuff that you just don't need to take out of the room with you. And then Shavasana. Slide those legs long. Adjust your hips. Adjust your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Feel that surrender into the earth. The breath softening. And that inhale in your mind, I am here. The exhale, I am now.
If your mind has wandered, gently bring it back. That inhale, I am here. The exhale, I am now. And before we start to invite movement back into the body, come back to your intention, that give and take, finding that balance, nurturing, mothering, caring for you. We're perhaps seeing those seeds come to fruition, assisting them, nurturing them along the way during this earth season. With that intention present, deepen your breath, wiggle your fingers and your toes, then hug those knees right on in. Little circles, circling your knees 3 times one way and 3 times the opposite way. And then rock it on over to your right side. Turn your forehead down, the space to keep us connected to our truth, our intuition, that gut instinct. Trust within yourself. Listen to yourself. Then gently lift all the way up, coming into a cross-legged position, or whatever position works for you right now. A spine nice and tall, that ease down the back. And just be here, settling in, appreciating the gift of movement that you gave yourself this morning.
Inhale, arms to the sky, palms together, thumbs to the forehead for right thought, lips for honest speech, heart center, loving action. Let's seal it with one more Om. Inhale. Thank you all so much. Namaste. Yay. Very good, everybody. Thank you so much. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know. Good to see you all. Oh, my pleasure. So glad you got to do this with your boy before he's off. I know.